Need to invite only.
the money. It's sad. Yeah, I know. I know they're I know Ted, and the thing about that is, the exact same thing happened in retail where it was you, when I worked in retail, the corporation that I worked for had like no understanding whatsoever of what happened in the store, like zero. They didn't understand anything on the store. They didn't really understand anything about customer service either. They stressed customer service so much, don't get me wrong, but when it came down to it, they just had no idea what they were doing. And a perfect example of this is I'll give you two examples of how stupid the company was that I worked for. The first thing is they would constantly cut people's hours. So like even if the store was doing good, even if the store was making sales, sales goals and everything else, they would still cut people's hours because in their minds, you don't need 4 or 5 people for a shift. You only need 3 people. That's the way that they saw it. You don't need an extra 2 people on the shift. And what would happen is when they would put 3 people on a shift instead of 5 people, not all of the work would get done. Not all of the shelves would get stocked. And on top of that, not everyone could help every single customer. So with 3 people, you're very limited in how many customers that you can possibly help in the store. And so customers were getting pissed off about that. Thank you, Eric, for the super chat. Some people say that when Rockstar releases the enhanced version of GTA for next gen, it will have the Red Dead engine, and therefore they will be able to keep expanding with new maps, and online will become standalone spots. GTA Online might become standalone, Eric, and thank you for the super chat, but I can't see them using Red Dead's engine. That would require a lot of work, and I don't think that Rockstar is going to do that for a re-release of GTA. But about the thing in retail that I was saying, so like, the company would constantly cut people's hours, and we wouldn't be able to get anything done on the floor. We wouldn't be able to get product out on the shelves. We wouldn't be able to help every customer, and customers would complain. Customers would complain. They would get mad. There would also be really long lines, and for some reason, I don't know why, for some stupid reason, the company had this stupid policy where they thought that you only needed one cashier for the entire store. I'm not joking. They thought that you needed only one cashier for the entire store, and this isn't like a massive store, but it's not a small store by any means. And this store could have 100 people in it in like midday time. So it was they thought that you only needed one person on the register for that. And when it's like midday time, like 1 p.m. in retail, when it's really busy around that time, there's no way that one person can handle that. No way. I don't care how fast the person is on the register. There's no way that they can handle that. Yeah. And what would happen is, you could call other people for backup, like you'd call other people, and then the other person would open up a second register. But it would never happen where you would have 2 people on front. You should have at least minimum of 2 people on the registers. But instead, for some stupid reason, they thought you only needed one person on the register, and then what would happen is when you would call the person for backup, they would walk all the way across the store, so they could be at the back of the store doing something. They'd walk all the way across the store, help you with the line, they'd walk right back to where they were, start doing what they were, like unboxing something, and then they get called 5 minutes later again, and they'd come back another 5 minutes later again, and it's walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it can get just frustrating. I work at a grocery store and they keep cutting hours as well. You know what I'm talking about.
Dat is een gekke auto, joh.
It's just that. So that was how stupid the company was. And then the second thing is, the store that I worked in, it was mostly a retail store, but they sold some groceries and stuff like that. And what happened was, in the same parking lot as the store, there was actually a massive supermarket. And what would happen is, the district manager would come into the store on meetings and just yell at us and just be pissed and saying, oh, we're losing business to the supermarket because of your customer service. You guys aren't doing good enough customer service. We're losing our business to the supermarket. But I'll tell you something. What he's saying is half true. When he says we're losing business to the supermarket, that's true. What's not true is that it's because of customer service. That's not the reason that the store was losing business. Because I'll tell you something. Customer service may be part of one reason why people go to a store, but it's not the entire reason. That's what these companies don't understand. They think that if the employees are just so nice and so friendly, that customers are just going to come back every single time. That's not the case. You know what people look at before looking at customer service? What they look at the most? I'm going to go to Sandy, by the way. They look at prices. Prices matter much more to customers than customer service. A store can have the greatest customer service in the world, and then there could be another store that has the worst customer service in the world. But if the store that has the worst customer service in the world has better prices than the store with the best customer service, people are still going to go to the worst customer service store because they get better deals. They save more money. And when they figure out where the items are, they don't really need customer service. So the whole reason that the store was losing money wasn't because of customer service. That's what the company didn't understand. It was because their items were priced too high. Sometimes the items were priced double what they were in the supermarket. I looked at the prices in the supermarket and the prices in the store, and that was literally the exact reason. I even had customers tell me, I'm like, they would return a bunch of items, and I say, why are you returning this? Because I had to ask. That was one of the reasons. And they would say the exact same thing. They would say, the supermarket has a better price, I'm not shopping here anymore. It's as simple as that. And, you know, instead of putting two and two together, the company, for some stupid reason, could not seem to figure this out. It was always has to be customer service in their mind. That's the reason that the store's not doing good. So it was just disabled due to aggressive behavior. That's just weird. I didn't have any aggressive behavior. Okay. But that's the reason. It was the customer service. And the thing is, I tried to tell my manager, because the district manager was going to come in and he was going to yell at us.
Gee,
I tried to
boosters
tell my
en
manager, you know, why don't we just tell him that it's because the prices are too high in the
Kijk
store?
waar ik op sta.
No, we can't say that. We can't question corporate on their prices. They're just
Bruh,
yeah,
ik vloog nog niet voor een stukje, was
it's
het
the
goed
reason that we're
iets.
losing customers. It's not the customer service. And he's like, yeah, I know, but we can't bring up that point specifically. There's nothing they can do about the prices. Well, the stupid
Holy.
idiot, the district managers, stop coming in the store and yelling at people if they're not going to change the prices. So that's a perfect example of how, you know, out of touch, like, you know, companies are with the actual workers. I don't know how realistic that show Undercover Boss is. You know, probably a lot of it is probably staged. But, you know, that's actually a good idea. If the CEOs could actually work in the shoes of their regular day employees, like, you know, just for a few days even, they would realize all the stuff that they have to deal with, and they would realize how stupid a lot of their policies are. Okay, guys, I think, let's see here, how many people are in my posse right now? Let's see here, okay. Hi, Carl Johnson. You'll be happy to know that I have another San Andreas video coming out tomorrow. Make sure you check it out and comment on what you think on it, because it's going to be a good one. Have you seen Apocalypse Now? If so, what did you think of it out of 10? I saw Apocalypse Now a long time ago. I saw Apocalypse Now like years ago, maybe 7 years ago. It was the last time, but I still remember the mission. It's a good one. It's when they're on that patrol boat for the most of the movie, and then they're trying to find that one like crazy the main villain in the movie, that one crazy American guy. I'm trying to remember his name. I think Kurt is his name. That he like leads this tribe, and it's just, that movie is very violent. I also remember the helicopter scene in the movie. So I do remember a decent amount of that movie. I still remember all the characters' names, but I remember what happens in that movie. Okay, let me join this here. Would you consider playing Hitman 3? I already played Hitman 3. And I'll play more of Hitman 3 because I'll be doing Patient Zero. But Hitman 3, there's look up on my channel, there's plenty of Hitman 3 videos.
Ik ga misschien direct Red Dead, I mean. Oké. Wee, yo, mijn auto is gewoon kapot gevlogen als ietsje. Oh, dat is niet mijn auto. Holy. Ah ja. Gee, we kunnen gratis squad krijgen, hè. I mean, koopt die toch, ja? Bij Warstock is er gratis squad, dacht ik. Ja.
Thank you so much for responding
to my comment. Gratis virus. Kun je die kopen? Heeft die boost of wat? Dat is gewoon gratis.
They do have a lot of Blood Money references, but you know,
Ik heb die gekocht.
I don't there are things that are different. I think the customization in Blood Money is ultimately better.
English Dave.
Die person don't get yourself banned en je hebt niet op hem binnen gelezen.
Nee. Wat is er gebeurd, Kenmas?
Ik was betrokken. Ik die vrouw
I don't want to have
ik zei zo.
Yeah, I don't want to have explosive rounds. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. that I don't want to have explosive rounds on here. My favorite movie franchise? Probably Star Wars, but I don't like the new ones. I don't like the new Star Wars movies.
En mi fa... Allee, joh. Die auto vloog omhoog, jong. Way, joh. Emin. Laat me eens hier staan. Huh? Emin, kom eens. Laat me eens hier staan en boost mee zo. Kijk als ik zo vies ver kan vliegen via hier. Ja, maar niet zo, jong.
Going for the saloon.
Mijn ding is er je kwaad. Je moet je even bellen, G. Hier is hem toch, jong. Skeer ik hoor.
Okay.
Meep. Let's go. Emin. Daar ben ik dan, jong. Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Nee. Af en toe. Wat een beeld. Oh, ha. Die auto is gewoon weggevlogen als iets, ja. Zo was een mooie quad. Maat. Niet doen, alsjeblieft niet doen. Maar, Emin, ja.
Nice shot there. Good job, guys.
Ja.
Gotta reload here.
Oh, nee. Dan moet je me niet aanrijden. Oh.
Pretty well.
Oh. Is mijn quad tot hier gevlogen, jong. Moha. Ja, dank dat je die kapot hebt gemaakt. Laat me er dan in gaan.
Oh, finally.
Give me access, bro.
Really well there. I'm sorry, I just was just focusing on the game mode here.
Ik heb je niks aangedaan, kom gewoon naar binnen. Mato. Je moet een beetje hype brengen op deze spel terug, ja.
Oh, okay. Well, at least it was smart of him to hide in there with a shotgun. That's actually a decent tactic.
Ik ga dan Red Dead, hè. Ik ga volgende stream op Red Dead dan. Allee. Tot strekken mensen.